Today, we're going to address the big question, should you niche down or shouldn't you? Should you stay broad? And there are some really good reasons why I think you should niche down. If you're not ready to niche down, then this is not the video for you. But if you want to learn how to niche down and do it in the right way, then continue watching because I'm going to share some really important tips and tricks for you so that you make sure that you niche down the right way and get results much faster than you would otherwise. My name is Josephine Warner, and I'm a former corporate executive turned entrepreneur and business growth strategist. Let's start by why I think you should niche down. There is a big reason for that, and the biggest reason. It is because people want to work with a specialist. They don't want to work with a generalist. And you might say, I'm a coach, Josephine. I can actually help Peter, who is 15-year-old, and Anna, who is 95-year-olds with all of their problems in the world. And I know that you probably can do that, but they don't think that. They want to work with the specialist. And if you think about yourself, if you would go to a doctor, you would prefer to go to the specialist instead of the generalist. You want to get your problem solved as fast as possible. And here's another super important reason. By becoming the specialist, you will become the go-to person. So people will reach out to you when they are ready to get that problem solved. You will be the first person that they think of when they want to solve their problem. The problem that they know that you are the specialist in helping others to solve. Meaning you can actually charge more for your services because now you are the expert. And another piece, which I think is really important, is that it will be so much easier to create content for that particular person. You will know what to say, how to say it, and they will feel as if you're really talking to them. You are focusing on their desire and focusing on their struggles and fears when you create the content. You can even use situations or a little bit more of a storytelling descriptive language than if you would say, all people, all women, all business owners, for example, you will then really target on that person's problem. People will pick up on one word that you're saying, and then they will decide that this is not for me. So for example, I hosted a masterclass about LinkedIn growth, and I had in my audience various types of coaches and service providers. But the case studies that I was using were of people that have grown their one-to-one services so that they had to build scalable offers. And I sell scalable offers too. But I had one person in the audience who then said, nah, this is not for me. I don't need more one-to-one clients. So she had totally misinterpreted the whole message about building LinkedIn growth to grow your business independently if you want to sell more one-to-one offers or if you want to sell more scalable offers. She picked up on the case studies that I showed and decided then that this is not for her. And by the way, when you pick up on these things, you pick up on the words that they get stuck on, or you pick up on their objections. It might be time or money objections, for example, and then you can address those with specific cases. So then the big question is, how do you niche down? How do you even do it? Well, you can do it in 3 different ways. The first one is you just focus on the problem. Just the problem. So for example, LinkedIn growth, right? That's the problem. I help my people to grow their LinkedIn presence. Second one is you can zone in on your target audience. What is your target audience? More general speaking, what are they doing? And then you have the third option, which I think is actually the best one, is you define the problem for the right target audience, because that will make it so much easier for you to talk to them. So if we're looking, for example, a relationship coach, that could be helping people to get to their second date. And the target audience might be busy women professionals. What do I know? Or if you're a leadership coach, helping someone to get to their next promotion. What is the exact problem that they say that they have? Not what you think or what you know, but that they say that they have. And then you focus in on that. So let's start with the problem first. What do they say that they want? Where are they now? And where do they want to be? And what is the problem that's preventing them from actually get that? What is it that they want that they don't yet have? That can be more time, more money, more love, more happiness, maybe more success. Those are very, very general. So you need to narrow it down even further. Then the second thing, is this a problem that you would even want to help someone solve? Do you feel inside of yourself that I would love to help them solve this problem? For example, when people came to me in the beginning asking about LinkedIn, helping them to teach them LinkedIn, I was a very reluctant LinkedIn teacher. What held me back mainly was that I had so much imposter syndrome, feeling that I am not yet ready to teach this and they should go to the other gurus instead. It wasn't that I didn't see the need for them to actually get this problem solved. It felt very scary for me to actually teach this. Which leads me into number 3. Is this something that you actually can help them solve? Do you have the qualification to help them to solve this? And now I don't mean do you have the certification or anything, but have you gone through this change yourself, for example? Or do you have the qualification? Do you have the certification? Or maybe you've helped someone else to do it, right? So you don't have to have a certification, you don't have to have the diploma, but are you really qualified to help someone to actually achieve this goal? If you don't know, be open with that and ask a founding member to say, do you want to have this problem solved? This is what my framework looks like. And do you want me to help you solve it? And if you then circle back to whether you actually would want to help them solve this, and you feel that, yes, I would love to help them solve this, but I am not yet ready. Take one person through your process. That's what I did when I taught my LinkedIn framework for the very first time. I took one person through the process and then we checked in, is this working? And it really was working. And that is when I scaled that offer to become a scalable offer. And then we have the target audience. Like, who do you want to work with? Who do you want to help? So in the beginning of my entrepreneurial journey, I thought that I wanted to help corporate women who felt stuck in their corporate roles. Turns out that I'm not patient enough for them to find what they really want to do. So I pivoted into helping other business owners, people who had already made the decision that they wanted to leave corporate and this is what they wanted to do next. They wanted to build a successful online business. Was I qualified to do it? Yes, because I had done it myself, right? So I took people through the process. But again, always when I create a new offer, I take founding members through the offer and we co-create it at the same time. A really important piece about your target audience, are they able to pay for your services? You're not here to try to help everyone, right? You're here to help the right people because the more people you can help, the more money you will make and the more impact you can make. And if you're targeting children, for example, let's assume with yoga classes for young children, then the target audience here, the people that you have to sell to, are their parents. So that adds an additional layer of complexity to it. Make it easy. Start small. Start with one problem. Start with one target audience that is really able to pay for your services. And also remember, the world is global. You can reach anyone and everyone almost across the whole world, and you can have a huge impact across the whole world. I am sitting in Switzerland. I am from Sweden. I have clients all over Europe and in the US and India and Australia because the world is global. When you build an online business, it doesn't matter where you're sitting. And just identify the problem that you want to help people solve, whether you really want to help them solve that, and who do you love working with? So what I want you to do is just go out there, start talking to people, start writing content, see what happens. So I didn't build a LinkedIn offer because I got the idea one day that I should start teaching about LinkedIn. People started coming to me because they saw me online and they asked me to help them do the same thing. Listen to their questions. What are they asking you? What are the problems that they want to have solved? And remember that something that comes really easy to you might be super complex and difficult to someone else. So trust yourself, dare to go out there, dare to explore, And if you found this video helpful, I would appreciate a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss any future videos.